Hey Kyle, this is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I hope you're having a good day. As always, thanks for being a member of the TrendLizard community, and thanks for sending me these three tickers to analyze. We'll go through them, starting with WG, Willbros Group, a stock here. I see what you're looking at here when you send it to me as a potential buying opportunity. I'm guessing what you're seeing is the three-wave look of this decline off of the 2008 high and the potential that maybe now it's resuming its uptrend. So that's certainly a possibility. The problem that I have is since its inception back in 1996, WG never really gives us a good trendy up move at really any point. And then you're talking over the course of about 20 years. So you would hope that we'd get something that says, hey, this guy's even capable of a good trendy up move. It's just something we haven't seen. This really doesn't look trendy here, this advance. Off the basically 1999 low into the 2008 high. That's kind of a choppy move. Certainly if you bought it at 5 and traded it up to 50, you didn't care too much that it didn't, meet my requirements or the Elliott wave requirements for a trendy move. But nevertheless, it doesn't look like a trendy move. And despite that, off that high in 2008, the only trendy thing we've ever really seen from WG are trendy down legs, and that would be this down leg here in 2008. And then this down leg into the 2015 low here. So the only trendy action we've ever seen on WG is occurring to the downside. So that's a little bit of a red flag for me. I'd normally want to buy into a stock that at least at some point has been in an uptrend or shows the potential that it's resuming some previous dominant trend. But this one doesn't have really a dominant trend to resume. So of course, what it really boils down to is it worth buying for this move that's come off the 2015 low? Could this be the start of something much bigger to the upside? Certainly it could be, and we'll zoom in on that in a moment here. But first, the other issue I have is until it moves above 850, which is way far away, it's trading at $2.14 right now, we can't confirm that this trend is over. Granted, we'll kind of just work with what's going on here, but you can't have absolute proof until it trades above 850. That's a million miles away, so that's obviously not a level that's useful, but it just bothers me that we can't prove that this trend has reversed to up until that happens. So anyway, let's zoom in. Let's look at the advance off the 2015 low. It doesn't get a lot better for me when we get into this area. I can tell from our previous communications that you're pretty savvy with the Elliott wave theory. So I'll tell you why I don't like it, and it's the reason why this chart is so ugly and doesn't look as nice as a lot of our other charts will. But if you look at the move off of the 2015 low, it's a 5-wave move, but there's overlap between the high of wave 1 and the low of wave 4. We'd certainly prefer to not see that overlap. It could be a leading diagonal, but it's not a great start. And then you get a second wave pullback here, which actually retraces significantly more than 61.8% of this previous up leg. That's 2 red lights in the first 2 moves from there. The next one is that if we want to call this move trendy, it has to be a series of first and second waves. So you have your blue wave 1, your blue wave 2, and then a green wave 1 and a green wave 2. Basically, nesting first and second waves is the only way we can call this the start of a trendy move. So I don't like that. I mean, it seems like we're trying really hard to justify buying this guy, and it doesn't even have a long-term uptrend that we can really buy back into. So I'm not super excited about it. Despite all that, if this is something you own or want to own, the first thing I'd say is if it moves below 2 or moves to, say, 190, bail. I would not be interested in this guy at that point. Then it would look really like there's no good reason to own it. If you really did want to buy it, you could buy it at 3 once it moved above 3. That would be a good sign that whatever this is off the 2015 low, it's not over and that higher prices are coming. So that would be a good reason, to buy it. Even if it's not resuming some major long-term uptrend, it would mean that this advance is still going. So you could buy it at 3. You could put a stop around 250 and trail it up from there. But overall, I personally wouldn't be super excited about WG. There's just too many things going on with this that it's not as straightforward as it should be, given how many opportunities and clean opportunities there are out there elsewhere right now. So that's what we're looking at with WG, and I will get your next ticker analyzed and over to you in just a few minutes. Thanks.